Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Star Twin as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Becca Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates, the team's finally in the wilds. That's right, we're in the end game, folks. The final big arc of this campaign. It started several episodes ago, but we're here now, and the team is currently in the Quick Smoke Tavern in the wilds, organizing with Fiona, with Mindy, technically Fiona's husband. Cor is in the building. Stuff. Man, NK has been called in from another reality with the future version of the truck and her wife Michelle. Stuff is going down-ish. Right now, our team is talking with people in the closed and shuttered Quick Smoke Tavern. That's where we are. Like, Fiona and Dee are having a conversation right now. Yeah.
Keeping track of more than one body sounds really stressful.
She just kind of shrugs. She's like, I don't know, after like 10,000 years, it's just sort of like my body. It's been on average, it's been over 10,000 years here. It's been on average 10,000 years in every other reality. Because they're not all, time's not flowing at the same speed in all of them. It's weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, okay, so I've talked to Mindy's like I've talked to members of the summer court, and I should have some people here at sometime tonight. They were further away than I was, but yeah, so. The plan is to get you guys to the Obsidian Tower to lure out Morrow Sharp, and then you can fight her. And then if you can keep that quiet and not alert the armies in that battle, then when you go after Galfus, myself and a few other members of the summer court will attack the armies to keep them from coming in behind you? Is that the plan?
I think so. That's the plan.
I think so.
Best plan we got.
Okay. I only have so many voices. All right. So, do we just want to like get drunk and sleep for the night because we're still waiting on some Fae?
I guess there's no point in doing much more.
Okay. I'm gonna drink a lot of this. She just holds up. I don't know what this is, but it's brown, and I'm planning on drinking a lot of it. D, you want to get drunk?
Yes, I do.
Here, have some of this. It's brown. She hands you the bottle.
Tries it. Huh. That's good.
All right. So, you guys gonna sleep for the night? There are rooms in the Quick Smoke that you can sleep in.
Yeah, we're going up to a room.
Okay.
No booze for her.
No. You and Mindy go upstairs to a room. I'm assuming that you were going to go to a room with Mindy.
Yes.
And she just kind of sits down and goes like, I don't sleep, but I'm really glad you're here. I mean, like, I can sleep, but I don't have to. But like, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, and that you're here.
Me too.
It's and it's gonna
so
be a
glad
girl.
I'm here with
It's gonna be a
both of
girl.
you.
It's gonna be a girl.
Good.
She's gonna be a girl. And so do you have any thoughts about names? Names are really important.
I don't.
So
I haven't.
I have a suggestion, and I want to run this by you.
Okay. Okay.
So she's gonna carry the family name of the So okay, my name is Mindial Nerana. Nerana is the royal name of the summer court, but I also am technically currently Mindial Nerana Neantrana, which is the Neantrana is the royal name of the spring court, right? And so she has to have the royal name of the spring court, right, for Neantrana. So I was thinking that I would like her to have I first off would like her to have as her middle name Stormwood. As her middle name, because I think that your name should be connected to her, and I think that's important. For her first name, I would like it to be connected to my family, and my mother's name was Clariol. And so Clariol.
Stormwood.
Clariol. Yeah, Clariol Stormwood Neantrana.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, and we could call her Claire for short.
I like it.
Yay. Okay. Good. Yeah, this is good. So there's a couple other things that we should talk about. So when this is done and we defeat Galfus, and I'm going to be optimistic and say it's like everything's going to work out. We're going to defeat Galfus and everything's going to be fine, and that's all good, right? Like you're going to win, and we're all going to win. And we will. I don't know what happens with the structure of government in the Fae Wilds after that, whether or not the courts take back over, or if we let something else happen. But like obviously, like something needs to happen right away because there's going to be a power vacuum when we kill the guy who's been ruling over the place for like 10,000 years, right? Like it would be bad if we like just left a massive power vacuum, right? So I like but whatever happens here, like in theory, how long until your timer says you can till you could go home?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, so here's a problem. It's 1970 for me in your home reality, which means it's going to be 1970 for our child. So I was wondering if possibly maybe you wanted to stay here with me.
Yes.
Okay. Because okay, good. I wanted to. I wanted to be. I know it's a big thing. It's a big step, and I mean, we took a big step really fast with kind of the need to put an heir on the seat of the Spring Court, and I know that like I brought a lot onto you fast and there, but and it's just okay. Thank you. She just kisses you. It's, she is a bundle of nerves. Okay. I feel bad because I mean, the good news is that while you're here, you're not going to age, but time will keep passing in your home reality while you're here.
I understand.
Okay. So this is... Okay. Okay, all right. So, Obi, what are you guys doing? You're going to bed? You're...
Obi's not old enough to drink. So, I think he's just gonna go play games until he falls asleep.
Okay. D
drinks a little bit more than decides to fall asleep.
Yeah, pretty much. Amy passes out. When the morning comes, so Liz, did you want to do anything else before the end of the night?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so when the morning comes, you guys wake up and there are a whole bunch of Fae sitting in the bar. You recognize some of them from the summer court from when you were there. Like, they look very familiar. And then there's also a blonde guy kind of dressed in blue tones who is, you have seen before. It is Colonel Fiona's husband, who you've met on a couple of random occasions.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guys, what's up?
Nice to
Not
see
much.
you again.
Just here to kill a wizard.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Fiona, hon? Yeah. Are we comfortable sending a child to go murder a wizard? Fiona just goes, we keep having this conversation, and can you just trust me when I say that eventually you get on board? Kind of pauses, like he's had conversations like this before. One of these days, like, it's going to turn out that you're just bullshitting me. Like, have you bullshitted me on, things like this where you've convinced me I agreed to something that I really didn't? Not important things. Not important things. No, okay. That's what I thought. All right, fine. Okay, we're sending a kid to kill a wizard. Awesome. This is an isekai or something? I don't know. All right. So, okay, who's going to talk here? NK just kind of walks out and goes, all right, so, it is 150 miles. We got 2 trucks. And there are a lot of you. One of the random Fae raises his hand. We can turn into birds. Okay, cool, but we can drive a lot faster than birds fly?
Birds can ride on a truck.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can just, ride on the back of a truck. This is kind of like a Fae that appears as, a large orc. It's just, saying... Yeah, no, we can just be birds on the back of your truck. But... Okay. And this won't, arise suspicion? Trucks with a bunch of birds on the back?
We'll drive casually, and they should be fine, I think.
I've driven with way weirder shit on the back of my truck than birds. It's true. Oh, yeah, there was the one time with the llama. Oh, yeah, the llama. What happened to that llama? He fell off the back of the truck. Oh, yeah.
Birds can fly. It won't be a problem.
Okay, so All right. So obviously in your truck, this is NK. Obviously in your truck, Liz got room for like one more than the four of you.
Yeah.
Mindy can maybe squeeze in there.
Absolutely.
Cool. Fiona, you can ride with me. I'm not turning into a bird, so yeah, I'm gonna ride with you. All right, Fiona's not turning into a bird, so Fiona's going to take up a whole seat. Everybody stare at Fiona because we could fit a lot of birds on the back seat. Okay, everybody make her feel bad. I'm not going to feel bad about not being a bird. I'm not.
Yeah, about put like a tarp in the back seat just so there's not like
bird thing is that's a summer. You guys have the whole bird thing, right? Like your crown is that whole bird thing. Oh yeah. Minnie goes, oh yeah, did somebody bring my crown? If I'm going into battle, I should have my crown. And one of the summer court Fae just kind of goes, oh yeah, and he pulls out this kind of, so it's described as a crown, but it's like a full like face mask of like metal feathers and like almost a beak, and like it would like cover her entire face. And like yeah, it's so Mindy just takes it and goes, okay, perfect. I'm gonna scare the shit out of these guys. I'm a little curious as to what that means, but okay. All right. So Fiona's with me and Michelle. Anybody else want to not like? Okay, we could probably fit like a dozen birds on the back seat next to Fiona just to irritate her. So, you start to like it just starts pointing at people like it just puts in a bunch. Like there's probably about like 24 people here. So I can feel like half of you guys like on the back seat, depending on what size birds you are. And if you just want to annoy the shit out of Fiona while we drive, Cor goes, I can be like a badger or something. Okay, so badger can sit on Fiona's lap. Why are you being a badger, Cor? Because I always want to be a badger. You never let me be a badger. So let me be a badger. Fine. Okay. So, all right. So, then let's drive 150 miles to the fucking capital of Galfus's empire in Denarsis and, like, just go? And Kate's kind of shrugging and looking at you, Liz.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh. Shit. She just looks at herself and Michelle. We need one of those. She points at Liz. Amy, we need one of those. Can it wait until like we actually like get there? I mean, I guess maybe, but just we have to get it done before like I get out of the truck, you know, and talk to people because I don't want to get eaten. It will get done before we get out. Yeah, because like I know that the eating people thing is mostly a myth, but I don't feel like testing it today.
They don't actually eat people?
No, yeah, Fiona just goes, no, it's just sort of like a thing they say. They've never seen humans, so like most of these people, the only people who ever see humans are invading armies, and then like they tell people they eat people, and they tell people here that we eat that like the people in the wilds eat humans, but like none of these people have ever seen humans. Like it's been like, think about how long it's been. The last time humans were here, all the humans that were in this reality are in this room. It was like 150 years ago. None of the people you see in these towns have ever like they're told what humans smell like. They know what humans look like from books. It's in the Orcish scent catalog, but like they've never eaten a human. They all think it's going to be some great idea, but just they've never tried.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Let's not give them the opportunity.
Yeah, it's mostly we just don't want people seeing humans because they would raise alarm, right? Like Amy's risking it with that hood. It's fine. I smell like an elf. It's fine. I have a hood up. It's fine. Okay. You can't dispel a hood. That is technically true. That is technically true. All right, so yeah, let's go. Everyone just kind of shrugs. And we can figure out a plan. It's like, okay, so maybe we should put some people on comms. And she's like, she starts tossing comms to like Fiona and to Mindy. Like, because like I don't have enough for everybody, but I feel like some of the people in charge should be on comms because, you know, I'm on comms, she's on comms, she points at Michelle, and those four are all on comms. So let's do that. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
And let's all remember we have comms. And that we can talk to each other. Because every time anything has ever gone bad with anything I've ever done, it's because people forgot we could talk to each other. Nobody do a brain, like a bird-brained thing, no pun intended, without, like, checking with the group. Now let's go drive so I can figure out how to get into that apartment while we go. Because I did not come up with a very good plan. So we got to figure out how to get into Morrow Sharp's apartment. Beyond just...
I got an idea.
What? What is it?
I disguise myself as a Boy Scout selling popcorn.
So that's an option. I don't know that that's...
We don't... Fiona just goes...
We get her to open the door and then we bum rush her.
We don't have Boy Scouts or popcorn here.
I mean, one of those things is a huge loss.
I mean, yeah, I know what popcorn is.
Exactly.
It's just we don't have it here. Corn's not a crop we have.
It's a New World crop, yes.
Well, I mean, like, so we have some of the stuff that's New World crops. Like, we have tomatoes. And we have potatoes. We don't have corn. It's a whole other plant. We have some stuff that's similar to... That's pretty much wheat. But it's technically different. It's blue.
It's a nightmare.
It's not Earth.
I know it's not, and it's terrible.
Well, yeah, but you've never had wildebeest steak.
Well, no one offered me any.
Right, but, like, you don't have that at home.
Too shit.
That's not how you say it.
It's fine.
Okay, so you guys gotta load up and roll out, I presume.
Yep.
But okay, so Obi, keep brainstorming ideas on how to get in.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we scale the outside of the obsidian tower. All right, so you guys get into the trucks. A bunch of birds are sitting on the tonneau cover of each of your trucks, and then a bunch of birds are also inside NK and Michelle's version of the truck. And remember, technically you only have one truck. So don't blow up your truck. or else the paradox will happen. Because NK is driving your truck from the future. All right. So, you guys start driving. It takes a little while just because the roads between towns are still dirt, so you can't like go full speed. But like within a day, you are at the edge of the city of Denarsis. Denarsis is you were in a good-sized town before, but Denarsis is huge. This has been the capital for 10,000 years of this empire. The Obsidian Tower is a massive building that sits at the center. You can see it from the outskirts as it towers into the air, maybe hundreds of stories, but it's like a giant obsidian shard sticking out of the earth. Yeah. It's pretty hard to miss where it is. As you drive closer to the city, you begin driving through encampments of armies. Like, these are not the armies that you're you're worried about these armies, but these are not the people who you necessarily have to worry about as much. These are the armies waiting to deploy to other realities. And it is just a field going forever as you eventually approach the city gates. As you approach the city gates, there are the vehicles entering the gates are lined up. And you find yourself in line as they are doing inspections at the gates. Of vehicles coming in.
Okay.
NK is going to start driving casually. D, what are you doing right now?
I'm going to drive also as casually as I can.
All right, then roll me 1d10 and add your level.
You got it. $13.
Yeah, okay.
Rolled an 8.
All right, so the good news is that because you're driving in front of NK and you kind of get waved through, D, because they rolled a 5. There was no way that they could your worst roll they couldn't have beaten. You guys are now driving into Denarsis. This is so a lot of the wilds are very like medievalish, but like the architecture in Denarsis is way more modern. It's almost like kind of a mishmash of like modern architecture and medieval architecture mixed together. So you'll get like, thatched roof buildings next to buildings made of steel and glass. There's stuff that is being brought in from, like, you see occasionally like other like normal looking electric vehicles and other cars that look like vehicles from your reality parked on the street, mixed together with the crystal driven like vehicles that you've seen elsewhere in this world. The roads are paved with concrete and an asphalt and very unmedievally. You see signs of like the fashion is still very similar to what you've seen other places, with still kind of this like somewhere between medievalish and Western fashion that you've seen other places. But like suddenly this world is so much more like, it's like sitting between worlds where you are, like for the way this place looks. Yeah. It is very much a place between places. And you hear over comms, so actually from Fiona, going, okay, so the outer parts of the city here, this is where civilians live, this is where normal people live. Past this, as we get closer to the Obsidian Tower, you will find the castles of generals and the great houses. And then after that, then you get into restricted areas where only the military and high government officials are allowed to enter, unless specially invited. That is where the defensive armies that defend the Obsidian Tower, that's where they're located. Those are the people that we've got to figure out how to get past. In previous attempts, we were successful if Obi disguised himself as a goblin general, and they let him through. That did seem to work. The problem is only if we rely on that to actually deal with the battle, right? So we're gonna need to be ready to do something I think we need to keep things quiet while we're going after Morrow Sharp, right?
Yes.
Right. But so Obi, that would, if you're willing to disguise yourself and maybe bullshit a little.
Yep.
That would be very helpful.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, because as you continue to drive through the city, you end up passing the castle district is the best way to say it. You know, Gabo said he had a castle, and by God, you see some real big castles, and you don't know why they look like castles. You feel like someone's really got an aesthetic thing with them. You just drove by some really modern looking buildings and some nice looking houses, and then suddenly it's like someone just really wanted to specifically have a castle. It's ridiculous. It's out of place. It makes no sense. But there's 12 of these castles that you end up going by. And statistically, one of these is probably Gabo's. You don't know. He's dead. It's not his anymore. Eventually though, you get to as you approach and pass the these more ostentatious high ranking people's neighborhood, there is another set of gates with much more serious looking guards. And you are approaching them. Obi, what are you gonna do?
I would like to disguise myself.
Okay, what are you gonna do to disguise yourself? So let's think about the way that goblins look compared to orcs, right?
Yeah.
So your skin tone, relatively okay for a goblin. You're a little more gray than most goblins are, but you're still within the green hues, so it's fine. Your because you're a kid, your little tusks are similar to goblin tusks. Mostly your problem is that your ears and your nose is bigger than goblins don't have much of a nose in this world, but you have a nose, and then they have longer ears and stuff.
Okay. So Obi is going to grab into his backpack, grab his sketchbook. He's going to rip out a couple of triangle-shaped pieces of paper, color them green,
Okay.
and tape them to his ears
Perfect.
to make them longer.
Love it.
I'm not sure how to make the nose smaller. Maybe he just tapes the nose down.
Yeah, tape his nose down. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
love it.
And that's going to be his disguise. He might add a Twizzler mustache just for fun. Just to make him look older.
Okay. Now, what are you going to do to make yourself look military?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, okay, so like you know what Gobbo kind of looked like.
Yeah.
And you've seen goblin military guys from this universe. So
because he doesn't have like any armor.
right, but you have stuff of Amy's. And the gear tunnel the storage area is accessible from inside the cab through a panel in the seat.
That's right. Okay.
So would you like to try to steal any of Amy's stuff to make yourself something?
Absolutely.
All right, what are you looking for? We got maybe there's like a pizza pan or two in there, and what stuff does a 22-year-old have from their kitchen supplies?
So we're gonna grab some aluminum foil.
Oh, perfect.
And we're gonna we'll grab those pizza pans too.
Yeah.
And we'll put one on the front, one on the back, and wrap the whole thing with aluminum foil.
Perfect. Love it. Hey, the thing with the spy ability to totally disguise, we have to describe the changes. So and it works. It's a 5 minutes ability. So yeah,
he looks just like a goblin military
he does.
officer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So as the front, you guys are driving in line, and you guys are the lead vehicle. You are stopped by the guards because you're still driving casual, but you're still a physical vehicle trying to pass by a blockade, not an open thing. So I'm gonna say that. Yeah. You are stopped, and so two large orcs are standing by the gate, very serious-looking guys, and they knock on the driver's side window where you are, D.
Okay.
He gestures for you to roll it down in that old-fashioned crank thing, which is,
I roll it down.
This is restricted access. Only authorized personnel beyond this point.
Oh boy. That was, we're pretty
Driver, tell
authorized.
them to let us through.
I'm trying, sir. I'm trying. Geez, you're gonna get.
I have a meeting with that. I need to attend to it. Tell them to let us through very quickly. Need to hurry.
Now he's angry. You made him angry.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sir. You are waved through.
And I'll take
Count
that
yourself
off of my
lucky.
sweet move list.
You didn't even have to use bullshit. Your disguise was so convincing.
Pulls the window back up, starts driving.
Cool.
Yeah, so your two vehicles, because you're clearly together, because you're identical vehicles, are waved and start driving through. And so, on the way, so the Obsidian Tower is looming in front of you. It's getting bigger as you get closer. This thing's gigantic. You're passing through what is effectively so the army encampments you passed by were more casual. These were guys waiting to be deployed who were just temporarily camped outside the city. The ones here are very organized, very you've got guys running drills. You've got this is a much more serious operation. These guys have much more much better armor, but also much more decorated armor. You get the feeling that these are the more experienced and dangerous groups. These are the guys outside the city. Those are the guys he's going to go send to fight elsewhere. These are the guys who he has here to defend the city if he needs to. Right? So, and there are a lot of them. There's literally a whole army, camps concentrically, in rings around the central tower. Eventually, as you just slowly drive through this, you find yourself at the base of an obsidian tower. And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
I need to write myself some notes then.
Yeah.
Because I have an idea.
Stormwood and Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fae Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fae Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.